Morning. Good crowd today.
Sitting room only.
Brian, are there guys on the roster right now who, with a good game, good showing in the next two games, could earn a spot on the off-season roster, on the 90-man roster? Is anybody in that category, do you think, right now?
I think every guy, who plays, practices, is, every day working to compete, get better, and, prove themselves in this league or to this team, yeah, I think every day you guys are trying to compete and, make a roster, make a team, continue playing. So, you want them to have that type of attitude. So, yes, I think that's the case every week, and I don't think that'll change.
How much evaluation is? I know every game, every week is evaluation,
Yeah.
but evaluation toward the off season is how much of that is going on versus trying to win on Sunday.
Well, we're always trying to win, but part of winning is obviously playing well, practicing well, preparation, and all those things are being evaluated. So. That's for every player, every coach. Everything we do is being evaluated. So, each guy's got to go out there and play well individually, play well as a group, offense, defense, special teams, whatever your role is. And if you do that, then things normally take care of themselves.
Brian, what have you seen from Nick Needham in terms of dealing with the inevitable ups and downs that come with playing cornerback in the NFL?
At that position, and really all positions, you got to have a short memory. There will be some good plays, some bad plays, and you just got to be able to move on from both. Again, I've said this, many times. You can't get too high, you can't get too low. You got to stay even. You just got to continue to prepare and go through your process and do things the way you've done them. Don't try to do anything outside of what we're teaching, and if we do those things, then we'll be okay.
What have you seen from him in that respect?
I think Nick's played well overall. Look, he's a young player. He's smart. He tackles. He's tough. He's made. I'd say he's made a lot of plays over the course of the season. He's really improved, and he's given some up, and but he's gotten better, and that's really what you're looking for. And I think where he was from when that first preseason game to where he is now, I think there's been a substantial development from him, and there's some ups and downs with that, but I think at the end of the day he's made a lot of improvements, and and we're happy to see that. I know I am, and I've expressed that to him. At the same time, there's still room for improvement, room for growth, and he's got to work towards that, and we'll always try to keep the foot on the gas as far as helping these players or helping them improve and get better.
You said you're going to pick the best guys to give you the best chance to win games. At the quarterback position, what does the backup need to do to close the gap with the starter?
I think, and again, I understand the question with Josh and Fitz. I think, Josh has done a lot of good things in practice. He really has. He's throwing the ball well. He's making good decisions. He's, throwing with more accuracy. At the end of the day, Fitz has played well also, and he's got a rapport with the team, and not that Josh doesn't. Josh does as well, and he's building from that standpoint. Whether it's with the scout team or when he gets his team reps in practice, they've been good, and you can see the improvement. But we just feel like going with Fitz is the best thing for us to win the game, or to try to win the game on Sunday, and that's from meetings to walkthroughs to all the preparation. As a coaching staff, we're with them on a daily basis, and I think we have a good feel for what that is. For to answer your question, for Josh to the steps he's got to take, I think he's taking those steps, and I think in due time, he'll get his opportunity.
Sure. Okay, so but granted, but if you had to give Josh Rosen a list of 3 things, improve on these 3 things,
Yeah.
what's on that list?
I've given him that list. For sure. I'm not giving you that list. Again, like I've said all year, those conversations between, me and the players and, me and Chris and me and, ownership, those are internal conversations, and we're not going to, share that with, I think it's common courtesy to not share that with, with anyone else. So those are private conversations, that Josh and I have had, and it's not just Josh, but really multiple players on this team, because they all want to, compete and play, and they all have, what can I do to get in there, to get better? And, I have a lot of those conversations, and I don't think it's the right thing to share them, with everybody.
Everyone admires and respects Ryan Fitzpatrick. Some fans, some media members, me. I wonder, and maybe you can help me understand, how, if at all, is it in the best long-term interest of this franchise to start a 37-year-old over a 22-year-old? And if there's an answer, I really want to hear it. A 37-year-old over a 22-year-old, when the record, and there's 2 games left, and it's 3-11.
Well, I guess my first thought is, if we feel like that's the best thing for us, and we do, for us to win on Sunday, I think that is in the best interest of this team. So I think, and this is, philosophically, I think people are going to, feel differently about it. But I think, anytime, you always want to try to win and give yourself the best opportunity to win. I think it's easy for people to sit and say, hey, you should do this or that or this or that. I don't think those same people would stand in front of that group and say, hey, this is in the best interest of the team for us to win, this week. And I'm not, that's no knock on Josh, but, maybe you think that's in the best interest. But you're not in front of this team every day. You're not in the trenches, and a lot of people aren't. So those are decisions I have to make, and we as a coaching staff, we go through this diligently, and we come out of it with that decision, and we feel like that's the best thing to do.
Do you think Rosen has a future with this team?
Josh Rosen is a very talented player. I think we all know that. And I think he's making a lot of improvement, like I've been saying for the last few weeks. And, yeah, I do. So we'll see where it goes. And but right now, for this team, this week, we're going to play play Fitz.
I remember talking to Kilgore a few weeks ago. He mentioned the decision to go back to Fitz as something that gained you a lot of respect in the locker room. Did you think about that when you made the decision, just keeping the locker room, trusting you?
I always try to do what I feel is best for this team. I'm always going to try to do that, really on a day-to-day basis.
Now that Raekwon's been placed on IR, I was wondering how would you assess his development this season?
I think Raekwon's done a good job, specifically from a leadership standpoint. He's, he's a guy who's very vocal. He gets his teammates going. He meets extra with the linebacker position and the defensive front. He's made a lot of progress that way, and it's unfortunate that he went down last week, and we're not going to have him for the rest of the season. But I thought he made a lot of progress over the course of the year.
Brian, yesterday the Pro Bowl rosters were announced. The Dolphins do not have a selection. I wanted to get your reaction to that, and particularly in the case of Devontae Parker, who the numbers say he had a good case to at least be considered. So what are your thoughts?
I think making a Pro Bowl is a great accomplishment. So congrats to all the players who made it. Devontae, I thought, he's had a good season, but, there's a lot of other players who had good seasons as well. Not everybody makes it. My thoughts on the Pro Bowl are very minimum, to be honest with you. I'm focused on the Bengals and helping this team improve this week, build, get better, and hopefully we're prepared to try to win a football game next Sunday. So, but yeah, congrats to all the guys who made the Pro Bowl.
Larry Tunsil and Minka Fitzpatrick both made the Pro Bowl. Ryan Tannehill's an alternate. These are all guys that were on your roster since the beginning of the year. Do you kind of wish you had those guys back? I guess is the question, because they're really good players.
I just worry about the guys we got on our team. I don't really worry about anyone else. Again, those guys are deserving, and congrats to them. But I got a group that I enjoy coaching, and that's where my thoughts are. They're not on what ifs and what could have beens, or there's no. I personally don't think you get much out of that.
The run game has been a struggle all season. Have you seen improvement in the last week or two?
Thought, there were instances last week where we ran a little bit better. Could always be better, especially early in games. We'll keep working on it. We'll keep, trying to, stick the runs in there and hopefully block it better, run better, break more tackles. There's a lot that goes to it. I think we talk about it every week. I would say it was a little bit better last week, and hopefully we, see some more improvement this week and in the future.
Thanks.